I want to leave my fiancé because of his nasty sister. Am I right? My fiancé, 25M, and I, 24F, have enjoyed a 4-year relationship culminating in our recent engagement. As I prepare to relocate for work next month, a troubling situation involving his 14-year-old sister has been causing me significant distress. Being the youngest of 4 siblings, she was initially a delightful and enthusiastic child, particularly fond of K-pop, a passion we connected over. I regularly engaged with her interests, even gifting her K-pop merchandise on occasions. However, her demeanor shifted dramatically after about a year. She morphed into a bitter, passive-aggressive individual, displaying behaviors reminiscent of a jealous partner whenever I'm around. Several instances highlight her unsettling conduct, such as when I invited all the siblings for a shopping trip, and she declined. The following day, she nonchalantly made her way into my car without a word to either me or my fiancé, refusing to leave. Despite her intrusive behavior during our outing, constantly inserting herself between us while we tried to share moments together, my fiancé remained silent, and we reluctantly coped with the situation. These recurring incidents have left me contemplating the viability of our relationship. During a recent family road trip with my fiancé, there were concerning observations regarding his sister's behavior that have been ongoing for about 2.5 years now. Despite my difficulty sleeping and moving cars, I stayed awake while my fiancé slept, only to notice his sister continuously staring at us. She even went as far as counting how many times my fiancé drifted in and out of sleep, later recounting this information to everyone present. Her actions extended beyond the road trip. Whenever we sat on a couch, she deliberately occupied the armrest next to my fiancé instead of choosing another seat. If I left for the bathroom, my spot became hers indefinitely. Throughout these years, her actions included pushing, glaring, stomping, squeezing, cutting in between us, and slamming things, creating an uncomfortable atmosphere. I've had numerous conversations with my fiancé regarding her behavior, expressing how it resembles that of a jealous girlfriend vying for her partner's attention. Despite his assurance that he addressed this issue with his mother and attempted to correct her behavior, his sister reacted defiantly by stomping away and slamming her bedroom door. The recent decision to opt out of a planned Vegas trip with his family was fueled by my discomfort during previous trips due to the lack of action regarding his sister's behavior. However, staying home alone made me question whether I want this dynamic to persist indefinitely. I care deeply for my fiancé, but I feel continuously disregarded, either facing disrespect to my face without intervention due to fear of her tantrums or being excluded altogether. The conflict leaves me torn, contemplating whether I envision a future where this pattern continues. It's clear to me that this isn't the kind of family dynamic I envision for my future if I marry this man. While it's acknowledged that she might not change fundamentally, I firmly believe they could, at the very least, teach her to treat me with respect, especially after my significant contribution to his family in purchasing a new car. I'm incredibly frustrated now, contemplating whether transferring the car title to his family is the right decision, especially considering her continued behavior of pushing me. I understood early on that changing her was beyond my control, and she's not the person I'm committing to, which led me to keep my distance. Yet, the prospect of this being a lifelong pattern troubles me. The fact that my fiancé's brother avoided bringing his girlfriend home due to this very sister raises the question, why should I have to endure this treatment, especially after my substantial help in buying the car? Is it even worth it? Sometimes I wonder if my emotions are clouding my judgment, but the persistent anger lingers, especially as my partner returns from a family trip I was excluded from. The impending request for me to take time off to handle the DMV car title transfer after feeling left out only intensifies these feelings. Additionally, with my imminent international move in 3 weeks, dealing with this car I purchased feels like an added burden. Whenever I express my frustrations, I receive consoling words, but no tangible actions are taken to address the issue. I know I don't want to be treated as the other woman within this family dynamic if I choose to marry into it. The uncertainty about whether this behavior will persist leaves me in a dilemma about my future with them. Edit for information. During the shopping incident, my significant other openly addressed his sister's behavior in front of all the siblings, making it clear that she needed to behave if she wanted to be a part of our outings. Despite his direct request, she remained nonchalant and engrossed in her phone. Reflecting on her actions at the mall, It's evident that her pushing me to the back of the line was a form of retaliation, ceasing only when so intervened. Interestingly, she never dared to act out when he was present. Consequently, we consciously avoided spending time with her without her parents around. This prompted me to urge my son to involve his mother, emphasizing that while we care for her, we aren't her parents, and this behavior couldn't persist unchecked. Upon his conversation with his mother, there was a temporary change. The sister became exceptionally friendly when their mom was present, even going as far as touching my shoulder in a seemingly affectionate gesture. However, once their mom left the room, she reverted to her disrespectful behavior, persistently inserting herself between us and displaying other disruptive actions. The root issue here seems to be my SO's prolonged reluctance to set boundaries, leading to my deep-seated frustration. Typically, I wouldn't allow a trip cancellation to drive me to write a lengthy post, but given my impending move and the increasing value of my time, I've realized the necessity of investing it wisely. As for the car situation, it stemmed from an agreement wherein I purchased a company car for the family, expecting reimbursement. Despite my anger, I acknowledge that it was an agreement made, yet the situation with the car serves as a stark reminder that perhaps, despite my efforts for the family, this might be the extent of what they're capable of. Let's get 1,000 subscribers on this channel. Love you.